Back now on Triad today, just about time for the Roundtable. On my right, but always the political left, Overman is with us. Of course, Wendy Poteat, we held over from an earlier segment. She's President and CEO of Shift Ed. And David Daggett is filling in for Keith today from Daggett Shuler. All right, guys and gals, bowing to political pressure and facing funding cuts, Wake Forest University just shut down its Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Does this decision reflect a lack of courage or a matter of survival? Ogie.
I think they had no choice, Jim. I mean, they've got to do something to keep from getting extorted by this deplorable excuse for a president that we have.
Wendy.
The work is still going to happen. I think people that don't understand what DEI actually means, they're okay with just don't say the words anymore. So I always say let the silence do the heavy lifting and let the good work continue.
Like a racist who doesn't say the N-word and just keeps his mouth shut, but you know that deep down or something. Okay. David.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think the DEI is very, very important. The problem is politics has become revenge and retribution. Right. And so you got to duck your head and you got to dodge for survival. Mm-hmm. I think that's what Wake Forest is doing.
All right, President Trump says that removal of Confederate monuments was the same as erasing American history. Keith and I have talked about this a lot too, and in a way I guess it was. Now he wants the Confederate statue at Arlington Cemetery restored and returned. It's going to cost taxpayers $10 million to do it. Was he right about erasing history, technically, whether you like him or not? And is he right to return statues? Hoagie.
What a hypocrite. What a hypocrite. I cannot believe. Here he goes making the Smithsonian move all these black exhibits because it made slavery look too bad.
Right.
Oh, God.
Yeah. All right, Wendy, what do you think?
I think, as an education proponent, we could take $10 million and teach history in the classroom instead of shining up some bronze statues from some generals who lost, because, spoiler alert, they still lost.
Yeah, well, that's true. But be careful what you say around. I mean, this is the South. You know, David, what do you think?
I think maybe at one time we went too far on removing statues and those sort of things.
Right.
However, this administration's gone too far in removing portraits from the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
Putting portraits from the White House in the basement or the back hallways.
Right.
I think I agree with Ogie on this one. I don't always agree with Ogie, but it's hypocritical.
Well, that's all right. Now, Haynes Mall is celebrating its 50th anniversary and touting its safety measures, which include hiring more off-duty police officers, closing at 8 o'clock on weeknights, and requiring kids under 18 to be accompanied by a parent, an adult. Now, would you like to see all shopping malls adopt these measures, which seem to be working, Ogie?
I was with you until the under 18 accompanied by a parent. Kids, they used to anyway go, that's where they went to hang out,
right,
on a Friday and Saturday
night. So you don't
night.
like that?
I don't like that.
Wendy, what do you think?
It's kind of depressing that we need police presence, curfews, parent engagement to sell sneakers and pretzels at the mall. And we're not really addressing the real issues. We're just kind of picking on the kids in the hoodies.
Yeah. David, what do you think? Should all malls do this?
I'm a big fan of malls, and I want to encourage and support them to do what they need to do to attract back the audience. Maybe they need to do this to get the publicity to attract the audience back, and then they can start carving it back a little bit.
Last week, syndicated columnist, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right or not, from a Harrop, posed the question, are parents who don't vaccinate their children guilty of child abuse? Are they? Ogie.
I think so. I agree with her. I do.
Wendy.
If you expose your kid willingly to have polio, it's got to at least be like parental malpractice, right? Like your choice, your child, doesn't work for me when your choice could give my child the measles.
David.
So the question, should they be prosecuted for child abuse? The answer is absolutely no. And the reason is, in the current environment, our leadership is saying don't get vaccinated.
Yeah, that's strange.
And what are people supposed to do? Scientific research themselves?
Yeah, dangerous.
They're following leadership.
That's dangerous. Now finally, and this is a true story, Facebook Marketplace did a report. They say that there's been a 200% increase in women who wear their nightgowns out in public. Guys and gals, do you have a problem with that, Ogie?
Oh, God, yes.
You don't like it?
I mean, what are we coming to?
I feel a little bit embarrassed because Wendy is the president and CEO of a major organization. She just happens to be a woman, so I'm going to have to let you answer this. But does it concern you that 200% more women are wearing nightgowns in public?
Look, people just need to mind their business and let people be comfortable, because life is really hard right now. The last thing we should be worried about is the fashion police.
All right, David.
200% of what?
I'm
That might not
sure.
be very many.
Of women that wear nightgowns.
But you know, people are starting to wear pajama bottoms out in public. So
yeah.
That's not new.
Yeah, you don't know what I've got on. All right, well, that's all the time we have.